Hi, this is Mrs. Maglinte. So today we're going to be painting a beautiful maypole with the colored ribbons flying out. And let's go ahead and start with our verse. Now I take the brush so gently. Now I take the brush so gently. In my hand with loving care. Watch the colors flow so softly on my paper, clean and clear. And today the colors we're going to be using are the Carmine Red, and the lemon yellow, and the ultramarine blue. And we're going to be mixing some color. So if you have a little mixing tray like this, it'll make everything so much easier. If you don't have one of these, you can just use a saucer. And we're going to be using Peter paintbrush to do this painting. Here's a branch of sunny May, a branch that fairies gave me. Who would like to dance today with the branch that fairies gave me? Dance away, holding high the branch of May. Dance away, holding high the branch of May. Here we go round the maypole high, the maypole high, the maypole high. Here we go round the maypole high. Let colored ribbons fly, let colored ribbons fly. So I've been soaking my paper. And I'm going to take a piece out here. It's always good to let a little bit of it dry off by shaking it a little bit. And I've got my cloth so I can dry it. I'm going to gently dry my paper. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make some brown for the maypole. But you know, we don't need very much. So we're going to use all three of our primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. So we always have to rinse our brush in between. So I've got some red. Rinse off my brush. And some yellow. And I'm not going to mix it in. You see how I'm just putting it in there without getting the brush red. And then I go ahead and rinse it off, and now I'm going to put some blue in. So it's still a little bit red. Rinsing my brush, let's put a little bit more blue in it. Good. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make some green. So I'm going to take some yellow. Let's skip over to this one. And rinse our brush. And let's take some of that beautiful ultramarine blue. Okay. And like I said, we don't need too much. We're just using it for this one painting. I'm going to take some off. See how I can save quite a bit of paint by going like that? Okay. All right. So we're going to start. We're going to set this aside. We're going to get Peter paintbrush right here. Oh, looks like I got some blue in my painting. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the yellow and I'm going to put some water on my brush first because I want the yellow to be really light. So my brush has water on it, and I'm just going to dip the tip of it into the paint. So it's a beautiful sunny day, and the children in the village had come out, and they were so excited because they were going to tie the ribbons on the maypole, and they were going to dance around the maypole, and then they would feast. First, they had to make their May garlands to wear, and so they took some vines and they made their headpieces long and wound some flowers in them. It had been very stormy the last few days, and they were so excited that it was a beautiful sunny day. And the beautiful, vibrant sky filled the whole world. So don't leave any white parts, because it's going to fill our whole paper. Just go over it just a little bit here. All right, and we'll put the yellow back. Always want to rinse our brush off really, really well. Okay, now we have Tiny Tim, and we're going to dip Tiny Tim into our brown color, and we're going to put a line right in here. So before we do our maypole, we need to let our paper dry just a little bit. And so why don't you go and just take a few minutes, about 5 minutes, and then come back. And then I'll be waiting, and then we'll go ahead and do our painting. But right now the paper is just too wet. So come back, and then we'll finish our painting. All right, well, welcome back. Now it's time to do that maypole. So I put some paint on Tiny Tim. I'm going to make sure I don't get my arm in it. And I'm going to make as straight a pole as I can. But actually, maypoles were made out of trees. So it would be perfect if yours has a little bit of curve to it, because it'll really look like a tree. All right, and let's put a little circle at the top here. Okay, and that's all we need to do with that brown. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse my brush. Now that beautiful green. Let's go ahead and let's dip. I've rinsed my brush, and let's dip in the green. And now we have a circle here that we attach the ribbons to. Just like that. And since we have the green, it's usually in May. Usually in May, there's still a lot of green around. So let's put in some beautiful grasses that are growing. And of course, we have some little weeds and things that are growing too. Let's go ahead and little upstrokes. Little upstrokes. Let's rinse our brush really, really well. Now we get to make the ribbons. So let's start. Let's start with the blue. Okay, and because it's windy, let's make them kind of wavy like that and make them attach here. Then remember, we have to rinse our brush really well. Okay, let's do the red one. So the red one is going to come like this. How do you want your red one to go? Remember, they've got to attach to the green though. There we go. And then let's do the yellow. Remember, stir it up from the bottom. Let colored ribbons fly. Let colored ribbons fly. So because it's done in pairs, we want to end up having 8 ribbons. And right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to make another blue one. 2 more blue ones. And while we have the blue, let's make some more grasses. And let's get Peter paintbrush and put our name or our initials right in the corner here. So I hope you'll enjoy doing this maypole, and I hope you'll have a wonderful May day. All right, bye-bye.